Good afternoon, everyone. The Sunshine State Conference and the University of Tampa would like to welcome you to the 2025 SSC Men's Lacrosse Championship presented by Voyo Campero. This afternoon, we have the number 1 seeded University of Tampa Spartans versus the number 3 seeded Rollins College Stars. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now here are today's lineups, beginning with the number 3 seeded Tars of Rollins College. Midfielder is number 11, Charlie Metz. Attacker is number 17, Avery Kenneth. Midfielder is number 12, Craig Wexelblack. Midfielder is number 19, Jack Johnstone. Defender is number 22, Dean Giacobbe. Defender is number 28, Owen Lammy. Forward is number 30, Thomas Garvin. Attacker is number 44, Seth Eisenhower. Midfielder is number 88, Frankie Hackney. And in goal is number 41, Maxwell Boyk. Head coach of the Tars is Chris Lewis. And for your University of Tampa Spartans, attacker is number 4, Ryan Kemp. Midfielder number 6, AJ Pascarella. Midfielder number 8, Dom Rotura. Attacker number 13, Jackson Bashaw. Attacker number 20, Davis Lindsay. Midfielder number 22, Conley Stone. Forward number 27, Michael Flores. Defender number 33, Jack Huntington. Defender number 41, Gordy Gombo. And in goal is number 23, Connor Terrio. Head coach of the Spartans is J.D. Clark. The NCAA, the University of Tampa, and Rollins College all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting.
Good afternoon from the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, the Tampa Spartans playing host to the Rollins Tars in the Sunshine State Conference Championship game for men's lacrosse. I'm Bruce Wozniak along with Jesse Kask here to call the action in a winner-take-all game. There's no tomorrow after this, and if you can't get yourself up for this one, then you probably shouldn't have even woken up this morning if you're on either sideline.
Yeah, really. Just do or die today.
Now, exactly 4 weeks ago today, these two teams played at Rollins, and the Spartans won that game 16-11. Do you think that factors at all into both teams preparing for this one?
I think right now it's just everything needs to be left out on the field. Championship game. Just bring it all out there.
Yeah, that was regular season. This is championship game. That was in Winter Park. This is in Tampa, so enough has changed that all they're looking at is the prize.
Yeah, definitely have home field advantage today.
The Spartans come into this with an amazing 17-0 record, and Rollins comes in with a 10-7 one-loss mark. As you see, the Spartans win the opening faceoff. Ryan Kemp right away with a shot that goes wide and out of play. Kemp was just named the Offensive Player of the Year for the Sunshine State Conference. He finished, well, he has at present 40 goals and 19 assists. As you see his teammate Davis Lindsay in possession and gives it to Kemp. And up top it goes to Aaron Cho. Spartans in all white, Rollins all in blue. And the Spartans are shooting on starting goaltender Maxwell Boyk. As Kemp has it behind the net, steps into the corner now. Kemp looking for an open teammate, and credit the Tars defensively as there's finally a shot. It goes wide and out of play. I was going to say the shot clock has gotten down to 31 seconds. And here's Lindsay to Kemp. Pass way up top, long shot coming from Sanchez was deflected, and Boyk handles that one. A beautiful Saturday afternoon here in West Central Florida. 84 degrees is our game time temperature. A forecast high today of 91, so it's only going to get warmer as the afternoon progresses. And these are the Tars with their first offensive possession. Aaron Williams steps across the Tampa line. Williams tries to get around the defender. Throws one in front. Looked like it was intended for Jack Johnstone, and the official on the far side rules possession for Rollins. Some personnel changes as Matson flipped that one back. And a big bump there against Max Armitage, but he sends a pass into the corner. A little spin by Kamuff. And a pass in behind the Spartans net. Once again, Connor Terrio, starting goaltender for the Spartans this afternoon, as the Tars break in front. And no call as play carries on. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and strong defense there. And there's a shot that goes wide and out of play. And a tip of the cap to AJ Pasquarella. Some nice defense. So both teams coming out with good defensive stands on the other team's first possession.
Yeah. Shots are not going on net, so for either team, that means good defense.
Tampa gets it across midfield. Pass drop back for Rafe Bradshaw. To the corner it goes. Kemp back up top for Bradshaw. Now skipping across the line, Zach Johnson as it goes out of play. Really interesting, Jesse, that the Spartans have been so dominant this year. Haven't lost on this field, haven't lost on the road, and yet none of that matters if you're Rollins when you know that you're one win away from taking the championship trophy for the conference.
Yeah.
Green with a pass over. And now Johnson cuts in from the far side, loose ball, and Green kicked it, and it goes out of play, and that will be Rollins' ball. And at the risk of being Captain Obvious, I would say that for the Tars, they absolutely would love to get the first goal of this game.
Yeah, that would definitely change the momentum of this game.
They get set up in the Tampa end. Working it up top. Pass over now. Caracciolo, and a pass in front, and Terrio does pull that one down and sends off to the races his teammate Devin Rasmus. Rasmus being chased. Looking for some room, Lindsay. And credit that Rollins defense. Lindsay being patient on the far side. Up top it goes for Cho, and that one goes out of play. Jesse, how frustrating might this be for you, Tampa, the longer that this goes on, since they are such a potent offense, this strong defense by Rollins? How much will that get into their heads of not being able to get a quality shot on goal?
Maybe a little bit, but it's just so soon in the game that they have so much time to get some more shots off and hopefully some goals.
We are now exactly 5 minutes into the opening quarter, and there's only been one shot on goal credited, and that was to Rollins. The Spartans have 5 shots off goal. As you see the battle there, and Aaron Williams, and we do get a flag thrown. So we're going to have the first call of the game 5 minutes and 16 seconds in. And this one looks like it might turn into a little bit of a physical affair.
Yeah.
Awaiting the call on the far side of the field as the official over talking at the scorer's table.
Timeout, Rollins.
And we're actually going to have a timeout called by Rollins. So we will take a timeout as well and be back with more SSC Championship Men's Lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. The stadium is decked out for the Sunshine State Conference Championship game, at least for the home team. A lot of balloons and ribbon wrapped around the railings in the spectator seating area. A lot of umbrellas up because of the Florida sun this afternoon, and the timeout has ended. And Rollins will start with the ball, and they do. Armitage dropped it back. And there's a shooting lane, a nice shot taken by Sam Matson, and an equally nice save by Connor Terrio. And the Spartans go back the other way, led by Harry Boland. Kemp with it now. Down it goes to Lindsay, and back to Kemp again. The Spartans offense averages scoring approximately 14.2 goals per game, and you might as well say double what they allow, 7.4 against. And Rollins amazingly scored the exact same number of goals as they allowed. So it's a 12.0 goals per game and 12.0 goals against average. And that all adds up to what should be a very close contest here as the Spartans keep working. There's a shot, and I don't know if that one got through, but the Tars able to come up with the rebound. And Charlie Metz sends it up ahead. And they attempted cause turnover by Gordy Gombold, unsuccessful as Rollins continues their possession. Jed Bulera. And Bulera now sends it back for Caracciolo. Caracciolo being checked by Ortega. Sends it over now for Bulera. Bulera passed to the other side, deflected by the Spartans defender, and the Spartans do come up with it. That was Thomas Yavinsky who got his stick on the pass. And so here comes Tampa the other way. 7.5 to go in the first quarter, still scoreless. Lindsay cuts towards the net. Lindsay, wow, strong checking there by Frankie Hackney. And the Spartans, well, now the Tars are asking for a crease violation. The two officials are, and now they do signal that it is a goal. The two officials came together and conferred. And so Davis Lindsay opens the scoring, 7:43 into the game. And dare I say, Jesse, that the Spartans breathe a little sigh of relief to finally get on the board?
Yeah, definitely. That was a great drive by Davis getting around the Rollins defender.
So the face-off now, Michael Flores for Tampa going against Thomas Garvin for the Tars. And that actually was the Spartans' first official shot on goal of the game. Took halfway through the first quarter to finally get their first shot. They win the face-off and set up in behind goaltender Maxwell Boyk's net. To the far side it goes, and now up top for Bradshaw. Long shot, scores! Well, it took them half a quarter to score, and all of a sudden, Rafe Bradshaw makes it 2-0 on an unassisted goal.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum had to start somewhere, so you get the first goal, and then they're just going to keep piling in.
34 seconds after the Lindsay goal. And now an important face-off for both teams. Spartans would love to keep this momentum going, and of course Rollins wants to get back to work offensively, and no, Flores wins it, and away he goes. Takes a low shot that is wide and out of play. And he, of course, gets off the field. Spartans make some changes. And meanwhile, Davis Lindsay tried to back his way in. Nothing there. Had to send a pass behind the net instead for Jackson Bashaw. And up top it goes as Tommy Ortega directing his teammates. Ortega across the Rollins line. And the long stick from Frankie Hackney, keeping him in check. There's a shot that goes out of play. Kemp looking, nobody in front in a white Spartans jersey. Tries to fight his way through himself, and a nice save there by Boyk. Without overstating it, dare I say, an important save. Here comes Rollins the other way, McCallum. Kamuff sends it up top. And this is Williams. Williams backs up. A couple changes being made by head coach Chris Lewis for Rollins. Quick passing now as Matson races down the side, takes a shot, hit the goalpost. And the rebound, and they will give possession to the Spartans, as it looked like Armitage had gotten a piece of it. Terrio sends it over, and the Spartans quickly advance it across the Rollins line. Pass over for Green. Rafe Bradshaw drops it back for Green. Quick passing by the Spartans. Kemp, back in the middle it goes. Johnson got it over for Green, and now they send it behind the Tars net. Kesselring over for Bradshaw. Rafe Bradshaw, and has to send it back behind the net. Kesselring will try the other side. And way up top, 25 on the shot clock. Green starts his way in, pass into the corner. Spartans having to more or less work the perimeter. Again, good defense by Rollins. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan Kemp, as the clock winds down. Kemp not sure if he's aware, and now this shot clock is going to expire. And there's that Tars defense that you mentioned, Jesse, and playing aggressive, denying the Spartans any kind of equality. Look at the net. That's Giacobbe. Played it to his goaltender, now to the other side of the field. Hapney across midfield. Valera. Both teams making some changes. No surprise, a good crowd on hand here today. For both teams, for that matter. Rollins not terribly far drive up in Winter Park. And players collide. And the referee not only awards possession to Rollins, but the shot clock reset as the game clock is at 2 minutes 49 seconds. And so the Tars trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. And there's a quick pass to the other side of the field. That's Valera. Being watched closely by Gordy Gombold. And there's a long shot. Terrio got a piece of that one off the stick of Logan Myers. Possession still for Rollins and a new shot clock. Trying the lane on the far side was Valera, nothing there. And Terrio with another save, and the Spartans quickly pull in the rebound, and they'll relay it back to Terrio again. And he sends a long outlet pass up ahead that was intended for Shane Leonard that missed. There for it, however, was Davis Lindsay backing him up. And now Lindsay slows it up in the near corner. Up top, that's Cho. And over now for Ronan Sanchez. Skips across the line. Sanchez being chased by the defender. Takes it down low and sends it for Kesselring. Kesselring drops it off for Lindsay. Lindsay being checked. Nice defensive switch. Sanchez and a second defender comes over to help out. They cause the loose ball, and the Tars will go back the other way. 75 seconds left in the opening quarter. 2-0 Spartans. Avery Camiff waits and now sends it over for Williams. Aaron Williams tries to get a step and thought he had a shooting lane, but sliding over to help out defensively was Dom Rotura. Matson sends it way up top. And there's a shot coming that goes wide and out of play off the stick of Max Armitage. There's 2 seconds difference, 40 on the game clock, and there's 42 on the shot clock. Let's see how eager Rollins is to get a shot on goal, or if they're going to try to work the clock down. There's a fake shot, and then going down was Armitage. He had a good look at the net and slipped. And the Spartans come up with it. 20 seconds. They'll need to move quickly to get a final shot away, as Terrio lobs it over for Jack Huntington, and maybe they won't. 7-6, the shot clock ticking down, and trying to fight inside. There's a bounce shot taken by Devin Rasmus. It goes out of play, and with 1 second, they'll let the game clock expire. And we've reached the end of the opening quarter, and a very close
For the latest
First
Sunshine State
quarter
Conference
as the
men's
Spartans
lacrosse
lead
news,
2-0 in this 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game. And we'll be back with more after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
One from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Back live at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. The Tampa Spartans in a 2-0 lead after a first quarter when they were actually outshot 4-3. And the Spartans won all three faceoffs in that opening quarter. But Jesse, I would think that on the visitors' sideline, that if you're head coach Chris Lewis, you're still feeling good though about your team and the way they played in those opening 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tight quarter, quarter. And there's still so much time to play that it's such a close game still.
And to be on the road facing the #1 team and you hold them to a 2-0 lead, I don't like to talk about moral victories, but let's face it, that's a moral victory.
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 is really nothing.
Yeah, we did a game the other day where we saw the Spartans win 21-4. When you come in here and you see a team that just scored that many goals and you limit them to 2 in the first quarter, you're doing something right, and you said it's the strong defense.
Yeah.
Spartans working on offense here as away goes Zach Johnson to pass back. Green looked like he was going to shoot, drops off the pass instead, and oh, that one might have hit the crossbar. Rafe Bradshaw, and a big deflection as it goes out of play in the far corner. And Ryan Kemp on the restart. Kemp from the far corner. Kemp alone comes out in front, scores! And no, the official says crease violation, and Ryan Kemp made a great individual effort, but just stepped inside the crease. And a nice break there if you're a Tars fan, as they go back the other way, and that's kind of one of those moments that you have to seize on if you're Rollins. As they send it in behind the Spartans' net. Jack Johnstone pass to the far side of the field. And back up top it goes for Balera. Balera being checked and manages to hang on. And ooh, looking like he was going to shoot. There's Caracciolo and a loose ball and a push from behind. And the official does call that on the far side. Calls that push on UTampa, and so possession stays with the Tars and a fresh shot clock. Up top it goes quickly as Myers fires it over, and now another flag is thrown. We thought we were going to get the call before and didn't, and so now we'll see. This one's obviously going to go against the Spartans as the pass goes in the corner. And very patient behind the Spartans' net. That's Johnstone. Comes out in front, is chased by Huntington and goes to this side of the field as Matson sends it up top. And Balera looking for a lane, puts his shoulder down and goes to the field, still has it, flips a pass, they shot and score! Ungerot gets the goal on a nifty passing play, and the Tars,
Tars goal scored by number 13,
I'm going to say put that one not on the highlight reel, but on the hard-working reel.
Yeah.
Comes 2 minutes, 34 seconds into the second quarter.
It is a very tight game today. Only 2-1 in the second quarter.
And again, it bears repeating that 4 weeks ago today, these two teams faced each other up in Winter Park, and the Spartans won 16-11. But if you look at the averages, the Spartans scoring 14.2 per game, and Rollins averaging scoring 12.0 per game. That tells you it might only be a game that's decided by 1 or 2 goals. Tars in possession again here. And they step across the Spartan line. Pass it in behind the net. Coming out front, there's a pass way up top. And another flag is on the field. And there's a bounce shot that Terrio stops by Logan McHugh. And this could open things up for the Tars. Looks like they're about to have a man-up situation.
Tampa penalty to number 18, Devin Rasmus. 1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, Tampa penalty on number 18, Devin Ramos. 1 minute.
So indeed, the Tars, with the extra man and a chance to tie it up. Spartans scored both of their goals in the first quarter, and the Tars have scored here in the second. Now they tie it up. A goal by Jack Johnstone. They take advantage of the call against Devin Rasmus, and we are tied at 2, 3 minutes, 40 seconds into the second quarter. Sam Matson picks up the assist. And here comes the replay. As you saw Terrio lunge for it. Too late. And Michael Flores now at the face-off against Thomas Garvin. Flores wins it. There's a quick shot taken by Kemp. And the stop made by Boyk. And here comes Rollins back the other way. Charlie Metz waiting. Now gives it to Valera. And over it goes for Myers. Logan Myers looks back to his sideline as stepping onto the field was Caracciolo. And he has it now. Sean Caracciolo from up in Jacksonville. Good ball movement by the Tars, fake shot. And now the pass, a long shot coming, and Terrio makes the save on Matson. And the Spartans get the rebound. Up ahead with it now, Cho sends a pass over for Ortega. Back to Cho. Behind the Tars net it goes. It's Lindsay back there. Lindsay keeps it himself. And now backs up and looks for an open teammate. And will continue on as he carries it all the way behind the Tars net. Lindsay looking for the pick. Still holds it. And finally a pass in Ortega with a long shot. And Boyk may have gotten a piece of that one as it goes out of bounds. They do reset the shot clock. Cho looked like he was going to shoot. Ortega now up top. Ortega gets a step on the defender, but then Tars player catches back up with him. And defensively, it's Cesaroni. Meanwhile, Cho behind the net to the other side of the field. Still plenty of time, 35 on the shot clock. Lindsay tries this side, comes out in front, and a shot that sails high and out of play. And do we have a call?
I believe so.
Yeah, there is a flag way out in between the restraining line and midfield.
Penalty issued to Rollins for offside. It will go to number 11.
Penalty to number 11,
Charlie Metz, 30-second call. And you can tell that these teams have in fact settled in. That nervousness, that feeling out process that took place in the early part of the first quarter, and now shots on goal are 8-4 Rollins. And there's a shot taken by Zach Friend, and Boyk saw that one all the way. And so Rollins will successfully kill off the penalty as it's down to just 4 seconds remaining. And nice job to fight through there by Dawson Willis and get it across midfield. And the Tars now back at full strength. And the more that these things go their way, the better the Tars have to feel about their game. They've battled back from 2-0. They killed the penalty. Now they get possession here. I'm not going to say that momentum is totally their way, but I think they're starting to feel it.
Yeah, definitely.
That confidence just continues to build. And now they're working here against Terrio, and there's a shot, didn't get through by Matson, but they do get the rebound. Williams has a lane, takes a shot. Terrio, the kick save. Did not hit the net, though, as the shot clock is down to 21. That's Logan McHugh. Pass up top. Long shot coming by Armitage. Missed the net. 9 on the shot clock. And the Tars need to work quickly now, as the official tells Aaron Williams to reposition himself. Does. Now the restart. Williams behind the net. Williams comes out, changes hands, trying to get a shot away. Does. Terrio stops it, and let's see who gets the rebound. Obviously a fresh shot clock if it's the Tars, and a bunch of them battling on the far side, and the Spartans come out of the pack with it. Devin Rasmus. Now they play it back for Terrio. He'll try this side of the field. Harry Boland. Down to 6 minutes, 49 seconds left in the opening half. 2-0 Spartans after 1, and the Tars have outscored them 2-0 here in the second. And it took halfway through the first quarter before the Spartans got their first goal. There's a shot, hit the goal post. And the Tars looked like they were going to get it. And still not possessed by either team. And finally, Parker Jean got it for the visitors. And he's under a little duress. Finally gets a pass away. Matson on the run. And Sam Matson settles it down. And you see the long stick defense by Jack Huntington. Caracciolo over for Myers. Myers, up top it goes. They'll try the other side of the field, and now quickly behind the Spartans net. Up top, Matson over for Ballera. Ballera looking for a lane, and too much defensively from Shane Leonard, and so gives up the pass. There's a shot that's going to go out of play, and possession will remain with the Tars. Jack Johnstone. Shot clock at 15 for the Tars. Johnstone up top. Matson, pass over 5, a long shot, and that one's not going to hit the net. Oh, well, they do reset the shot clock. It looked like it was off goal, and they reset the shot clock, and the Tars seemingly have possession. We have a discussion over here at midfield.
Timeout, Tampa.
So we will take a timeout as well and be back with more of the Sunshine State Conference 2025 championship game here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Back live, and Jesse, one stat that jumps out at me, as well as things are going for Rollins, they have lost all 6 of the faceoffs. So if there's one area that head coach Chris Lewis could try to work on, maybe you change your faceoff guy.
Yeah, definitely. Faceoffs mean a lot, but right now they've been picking off balls for their advantage and bringing it down to the offensive zone.
Yeah, 5 turnovers by the Spartans and quote-unquote just 3 for the Tars, and they are in possession as Rollins. As you see it go up top to Armitage. Pulled down by Williams. Williams looked like he was going to get off a burst and is taken down. And did they call a crease violation? Play will go back the other way, so the Spartans bring it up across their own line, now across midfield quickly. That's Ortega across the Rollins line. Cho looked like he was going to shoot. Dropped it off for Pascarella. Kemp behind the net. Quick ball movement here by the Spartans on this possession. And trying to get out in front and scoring is Davis Lindsay.
Very much needed goal.
Scored by number 20, Davis Lindsay.
And as good as things were going for Rollins, you just felt like you just can't keep the Spartans off the scoreboard that long. Eventually they're going to score, and for someone like Davis Lindsay, who's been so proficient, he can find a way like he just did there. Great individual effort.
Yeah, definitely.
Davis Lindsay came into this game, and keep in mind this is through 17 games, he played in 16 games, 31 goals and 26 assists. Second on the team in points, so you're not going to keep him off the score sheet long. And his face-off specialist, Michael Flores, shaken up for the Spartans on that one.
Yeah.
This is Green, and over it goes for Bradshaw. Now on the far side of the field, Zach Johnson. Bumping with Valera. Taking it down towards the far corner. Johnson goes behind the net, gets the pick from Jackson Bashaw, and then gives him the ball, and Kemp looked like he was going to shoot. Kemp looking for a teammate out in front, and for all intents and purposes, no one there. And now Kemp waiting. Kemp goes towards one side of the net, now back to the other. A defender goes down, and a stick up high. And no call there, as I saw the helmet go up as the stick came up, and the ref says play on. You like when a ref lets the game continue like that, or would you rather see a more of a crackdown?
Depends on the game, but usually just play with it. Keep the momentum going of the game.
Holding on to it, Myers. And now stepping in with a good burst of speed, Caracciolo. And plays catch with Matson. Drops it back, quick passing by the Tars. Looking for a shooting lane was Madsen, is bumped and sends a pass back behind the Spartans net to this side of the field now for Valera. Quickly up top on the run, that's Myers, a score!
Wow, tying up the game again. Only 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter.
Tars goal, scored by number 12, Logan Myers. His goal was unassisted.
Logan Myers with the unassisted goal. And credit the Tars. They've had a big second quarter. And Logan Myers, that's 20 on the season. He had scored 19 goals in 16 games coming into today. Three different goal scorers for Rollins. The Spartans have gotten 2 from Davis Lindsay and 1 from Rafe Bradshaw. Aaron Cho trying to fight his way through the check from Hapney, and a pass up to the other corner. They score! A long shot by Tommy Ortega. And the Spartans retake the lead. It's 4-3 with 97 seconds left in the first half.
Ortega. The assist to number 21, Roland Sanchez.
And this shot from Ortega, as you'll see on the replay, from way outside. And there it is, as Boyk may not have expected a shot from so far out.
Yeah, that was a great shot from outside.
And Flores is, in fact, back to take this faceoff for the Spartans against Thomas Garvin. The Tars do win it, though. No. Correction, the Spartans, they just played it back into their own defensive end. And now the goaltender, Terrio. Faceoffs are 8-0 in favor of the Spartans. 70 seconds left in the first half. Green sends it into the corner. Behind the net it goes for Lindsay. Davis Lindsay. Oh, and a big collision causing the loose ball. And a bunch of them fight for it. Mostly outnumbered, meaning primarily Spartans. And UTampa does come up with it. And here's Lindsay with it again. Dropping it back for Connor McDonough. McDonough on the run, turns the corner, sends a pass behind the net. 30 seconds left in the half. And there's a shot that was deflected. And it will be Rollins' ball with 25 seconds left in the half. And let's see if, I was going to say if Chris Lewis will call a timeout for Rollins, but in fact it's J.B. Clark calling a timeout for Tampa. So we will step aside one more time and be back with the conclusion of the first half after this break on TampaSpartans.com.
Women's lacrosse has the championship trophy.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Bruce Wozniak and Jesse Kask back here as the timeout has expired and the team's coming back on the field. Just 25 seconds remain in this first half. And I'll be Captain Obvious and say huge opportunity for Rollins here if they can tie this up going into the half.
Definitely.
Take it down for the last shot or take it right away if you see the opportunity.
Well, it looks like they might be Tampa ball after this. Oh, I was wrong.
And collisions all over. And going down to the field was Jack Johnstone for the Tars. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And let's see if we're going to get a call out of this. Two officials conferring, and in fact, one of the officials signaling to the scorers table. Nothing up on the penalty clock yet. Now there is. Kesselring, a 1 minute penalty, and actually on the other side as well, a 1 minute call against Frankie Hapney.
Unnecessary roughing. Both for unnecessary roughness. Number 88 and 53.
Well, the Tars look like they will have possession as the goaltender Maxwell Boyk has the ball. 7, 6, 5, 4, and a long outlet pass. Interesting that they didn't even attempt to get it down for one final shot attempt.
Yeah, no.
That is the end of the first half with our score here, Spartans.
So we've reached halftime of the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for men's lacrosse. The host Tampa Spartans leading it 4-3. And we will pause for the 10-minute halftime break and return with second half action here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Women's lacrosse has the championship trophy.
last time when I was in the broadcast by myself, I tried to say the weather, but I had to change my whole phone to Fahrenheit, and I was like, I don't even know how hot this is, so I hope it's hot.
Second half action underway. The Spartans win the opening faceoff. In the first half, they won all 9 faceoffs. And shots on goal were 11-7 in favor of Rollins, which, if you do the math, means 8 saves for Connor Terrio and 3 saves for Maxwell Boyk. Two goals by the Spartans, Davis Lindsay, and 1 each from Tommy Ortega and Rafe Bradshaw. And Rollins has gotten goals from Jack Johnstone, from Logan Myers, and from Carter Ungerot. And there's a shot and a deflection, the rebound way outside the line, and Ortega watches it, goes out of play, and possession stays with Tampa. Sanchez on the far side. Sanchez has a lane and opts not to shoot, carries on behind the net to this side of the field. Friend, there's a long shot by Ortega, scores! Almost from the same spot that he scored down in the other end of the field.
Yeah, he likes those outside shots, but they're working out for him.
A 1:14 into the third quarter. The Spartans go into a 5-3 lead as most of the fans haven't even gotten back to their seats yet from the halftime break. And now we'll see Michael Flores on the faceoff for Tampa. Thomas Garvin once again for Rollins. And Rollins will win that one.
First faceoff win.
Nice little spin move there by McCallum, although an even better defensive play by Conley Stone for Tampa. It's sent back to Terrio. Terrio runs it up and now flips it over to this side of the field for Huntington. And now at midfield, Gordy Gombold, and turned over. Tars quickly back the other way, and looking like he had a lane was Sam Matson, but checked by Pascarella. And so they have to settle it in behind the Spartans' net. Matson flips it way up top for Williams. Looked at a teammate in Armitage and instead gave it to McHugh. Loose ball and picked up. On the run is Pascarella. Pass and Ryan Kemp from a tough angle. That one goes wide and out of play. Jesse, do you like those weird angle shots, or would you rather see something more high percentage?
Maybe more high percentage at this point in the game. It's too tight.
Yeah, good point, because had that not gone out of play, and if there was a rebound that the Tars got, then you might be kind of shaking your head and questioning your own shot selection. Green fights off a check. Kemp with it. Up top to Green again. And now in the middle of the field on the run is Rafe Bradshaw. And Boyk didn't see it. And now he's able to cover up in his goal crease. And this is Caden Collins playing it back for Boyk. Maxwell Boyk, a senior from Dallas, Texas, and his team trailing by 2 here in the 2025 Sunshine State Conference Championship game for men's lacrosse. And a terrific day for such a sun-splashed field, 86 degrees here in Tampa. Sean Caracciolo looked like he was going to shoot, just kind of ran out of space in terms of a shooting lane. And there's a flip. And on the far side, there's a shot taken by Myers, and Terrio makes the save. And the Spartans looked like they were going to go back the other way, but now the Tars pick it up. On the run is Caracciolo. Drops off a pass. Left back for Balera. And now there's a long shot taken by Myers that goes out of play. We are 4 minutes, 24 seconds into the third quarter. And Tommy Ortega has scored the only goal so far here in the third quarter to increase Tampa's lead to 5-3.
There's an offside penalty for number 22 for the Tampa Spartans. Conley Stone.
And so the Taros with the man up. We saw them score earlier in the game with the extra man. And they quickly worked the perimeter. Williams with a pass over. And he gets it back. Good ball movement by the Tars. And now a whistle away from the ball. And a tough break for the visitors as the Spartans started to go back the other way, and it's going to be turned over. Well, a loose ball. And now the Tars do pull it down. So the bad news is that the Spartans penalty expires. They won't be able to take advantage of the extra man, but the good news is they do get the ball back. That's Johnstone on the far side of the field. Looking for some room was Armitage. Behind the net it goes. Now to Williams. Williams behind the back. And Terrio alert and stopping that one. I think the behind the back shot kind of compares to the weird angle shot that Kemp took down here. It's kind of a case of unexpected. Maybe the goalie isn't ready. I don't mind it so much is my point.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get a shot at net, take it.
Up top, Ortega to the other side of the field. Nifty little spin move there by Friend. Ortega, a little juke step. Pass back for Friend is bobbled. And a check as Friend goes down, and the Spartans able to keep possession as Lindsay has it behind the net. Over for Kemp. Out in front alone. Oh, Jackson Bashaw had a golden opportunity. And the Tars stay within two. And they start back up the other way. There's a pass across midfield. And down went Dawson Willis. Meanwhile, behind the net goes Johnstone, quickly on the other side of the field. They'll reset back up top as Caracciolo starts his move, across the line, stops, and now he'll drop a pass back and gets the return from Balera. Caracciolo. Balera with a little spin move. Chad Balera, I think he wants to shoot. Now he does, and Terrio got a piece of that one. And the saves are adding up for Connor Terrio. Halfway through the third quarter exactly, as the Spartans have it. In the near corner, that's Ryan Kemp. Kemp being watched. Up top it goes to Green. Fires a pass over. And now a little burst by Johnson. Sends a pass over for Green. Grant Green has to send it back up top for Rafe Bradshaw. Bradshaw behind the net. Kemp. Time will soon be a factor. 15 on the shot clock. Kemp finds an open teammate. They send it over now for Johnson. 5 on the shot clock. And there's that strong Tars defense again as they get the turnover. And hold on, going down to the field was Parker John, and the Spartans have it right back. Davis Lindsay takes it behind the Rollins net. Lindsay on the far side. Up top as Rafe Bradshaw looks to his sideline and drops off a pass to Ortega, and Rafe Bradshaw will go off the field, and out steps Ronan Sanchez, and he collects the pass from Ortega. Sanchez winds up, started his move, and now there's an opening for Ortega. Oh, a nice play defensively, and give credit to Frankie Hapney for causing that turnover. That's kind of a textbook way to cause a turnover.
Yeah. It's a very back and forth game today.
And for the young kids watching, that move by Frankie Hapney, that's a good habit to get into defensively. You get the ball back for your team. Good ball movement here by the Tars. Send it up top and over now for Williams. Williams leaves it. McHugh looking to go one-on-one. Logan McHugh has a step, takes a bounce shot, and Terrio got a piece of that one, and it also hit the goalpost. And the Tars able to pull down the rebound. A number of players have slipped on this field today, as there's a long pass ahead for Lindsay, and they score!
Wow, the quick stick there was great.
With 4:43 left in the third quarter, Jackson Bashaw increases the Spartans' lead to 6-3. Only 2 goals total in this quarter, and both by the home team, as Davis Lindsay picks up the assist. Jackson Bashaw getting into the goal column. Jesse, you've played on this field a number of times. A lot of players have slipped today. What is the cause for that, do you think?
I honestly don't know. It's just some days it's slippery, some days it's not. Maybe it depends on the cleats you have.
I mean, it's been enough that it's noticeable for me to bring it up. If it was 1 or 2, I wouldn't say it, but I've seen several players go down.
Yeah, it looks more on like the right-hand side of the field here. It looks more slippery.
And mind you, it has not rained here in forever. There's a drought that would not be confused as weather-related in terms of why the field might be slippery. Ball goes in behind the Tars net. Rafe Bradshaw. It's a pass inside. Lindsay scores!
That was a great pass inside with a nice finish by Davis Lindsay.
Very nice finish by Davis Lindsay. Gets it off quickly and beats Maxwell Boyk. And all of a sudden, what was a close game is starting to turn into an uphill battle for Rollins, as the Spartans lead now at 7-3. Although still 4:09 to go in just the third quarter. And needless to say, an important face-off. Interesting that the Spartans are changing their face-off man, but it looks like Rollins sticking with Thomas Garvin. No. It was actually Hunter Jones, who's listed as a midi, not as a face-off specialist. And the Spartans smelling blood in the water with possession here, looking for more. And this is where that strong Tars defense needs to rise up again. Cho spins, sends a pass back. Ortega with a pass. Now there's a shot that goes out of play off the stick of Jackson Bashaw. And Kemp on the restart. Ryan Kemp up top for Cho, for Green, and back to Cho again. to the far side of the field. Ortega looked like he was going to shoot, and so does Cho. And now gives it back to Ortega. And there's a shot. They score again. And this one is Jackson Bashaw and the Spartans finding their offensive groove here with their 4th goal of the quarter and now an 8-3 lead. I can't help but notice that Tommy Ortega has scored those 2 goals from way out. He looks like he's ready to shoot from there every time he gets the ball now.
Yeah, they're really walking off the outside. As you've seen, there's been tons of passes into the center there, and that's where they're getting most of their goals off now. And therefore, Rollins called a timeout.
We will take a timeout as well and be back with more Sunshine State Conference Championship Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Back live at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. A game that was 4-3 Spartans at halftime, and all of a sudden Tampa with 4 goals here in the first 11:54 of this 3rd quarter. And Tampa in possession once again. Jesse, for all the attention that we're suddenly giving to the Spartans offense, don't overlook the fact that Connor Terrio, 12 saves in this game so far.
Yeah, he's playing a lockdown game today. He's definitely had some tough shots there, and he's saved every single one of them standing on his head.
And I think that is a testament to the fact that Rollins is getting their looks.
Yeah.
At the other end of the field, Maxwell Boyk has 6 saves. And still the faceoffs are a huge part of this game also. 12 faceoffs won for Tampa and 1 for the Tars.
I mean, that goes to show at the score of the game right now. Faceoffs mean a lot. You get the faceoff, you have the possession, and then...
Ground balls are 23 for the Spartans and 17 for the Tars, another hustle stat. Tars desperately need one here as they have it up top. Matson breaks in, sends a pass behind the net. 30 on the shot clock. Nice little spin move, but they shut down Johnstone. He has to retreat behind the Spartans' net. Sends a pass to the far side of the field. 15 on the shot clock. Valera. Nothing there. Does take a shot. It goes wide, now to play. And off goal does not help as the shot clock is down to 7. Johnstone puts it in. Johnstone is not even going to get a shot away and frustratedly throws it away. And the big Spartans contingent here applauding as their team having a big 3rd quarter at both ends of the field. Off to the races goes Devin Rasmus. Now gives a pass for Friend. And It's turned over the other way. Here come the Tars. They score. Sam Matson with the finish. 2-on-1. And they convert to stop the bleeding temporarily and cut the Spartans' lead to 8-4. And it goes without saying, a very important goal for Rollins. And an even bigger face-off now coming up. And they go with Hunter Jones again.
Tars goal scorer by number 4 is Sam Matson. The assist to number 19, Jack Johnston.
Quick look at the roster. I see 4 face-off specialists, and he's not one of them. But obviously, that's why head coach Chris Lewis is in the position that he's in, and I'm up here. And meanwhile, the Spartans sticking with Michael Flores. And a pileup of bodies at midfield. And the Spartans ultimately will come up with it. As we are down to 49. Tars are going to have possession. 49 seconds left in the third quarter. An important possession for Rollins here. And this is another case of let's see if they work for the last shot of the quarter or if they just take the first opportunity they get. 30 seconds still in the quarter. McHugh, patient, one-on-one against Shane Leonard. McHugh tries the right side, puts his shoulder down, ran out of a shooting lane, sent it behind the net. To the other side it goes. Fighting his way inside was Matson, sent a pass behind the net. Now up top it goes. Williams is going to take a long shot. Terrio with a kick save, and he covers up the rebound. A great look for Aaron Williams, but Terrio saw it all the way. And the horn goes to end the third quarter. The Spartans win the quarter 4-1, and they lead it 8-4 after 3. It's worth mentioning that during the regular season, the Spartans had 2 one-goal games. Obviously, they won them both. One of them was in overtime. Rollins has been in a number of one-goal games this season. They are 5-1 in one-goal games. One of those victories was in double overtime. So you could say that they're used to playing in close games. The problem is they're down by 4, not by 1. So they got a lot of work ahead of them to score as many goals as they've scored the whole game in just the fourth quarter, and all that'll do is get the game tied.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what they come to play in the fourth quarter.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv. We're back and about ready to start the fourth quarter, and going to start with a penalty call.
Yeah, number 88 for a 1-minute penalty. Frankie Hapney.
And so a tough way to start for the Tars. So an extra man for the Spartans to start the fourth quarter.
Rollins penalty to number 88, Frankie Hapney. 1 minute for slashing.
A slashing call against Hapney. Shots on goal are 17-14 in favor of the Tars, 14-1 in faceoffs in favor of the Spartans. And here goes Tampa to work. with the extra man. And that's Friend to the corner. Ortega gives it back to him. The other side it goes to Kemp. Quick passing. Oh, wanted the quick stick on the crease. And just off balance was Jackson Bashaw. Kemp fires it in front, scores! This time Jackson Bashaw finishes. And the Spartans capitalize on the penalty against Hapney. And they go back into a 5-goal lead. It's 9-4. And the ball movement was just that good for the Spartans with the extra man on that possession.
Yeah.
They were not going to be denied. Flores out there again, and this time they're going back to Thomas Garvin, are the Tars, for the face-off. And the ball is out. Looked like it was going to be picked up quickly by Gordy Gombold, but this is actually going to be Rollins' ball. Matson. Up top it goes for Myers. And to the other side, Caracciolo. And he gets it right back. Caracciolo, as the Spartans shut down the middle, takes it to the other side of the field. There's a loose ball. And ultimately pulled down by the Spartans and covered up in the crease by Terrio. AJ Pasquarella will start it out. Pasquarella plays it back to his goaltender after he was being watched closely by Jack Johnstone for Rollins. And away goes Aaron Cho, splits a couple of Rollins players, stops near the restraining line. Cho now across the Rollins line. Defensive switch. Cho nodding toward one of his teammates, Ryan Kemp. Cho gets open, fires it in behind the Tars net. There's a spin move and a shot taken by Lindsay, and the Tars able to get the rebound, and it's played to the goaltender Boyk. Boyk with a long pass, and it connects with Metz. Sending it up ahead for Matson. Matson goes behind the Spartans net. Matson has it knocked free. And how about that from Devin Rasmus? That's just a heads-up defensive play. Is that also kind of a reminder, Jesse, of don't get too confident when you're on offense and think that you're untouchable in terms of holding on to the possession?
Yeah, especially when you're down by 5 goals. Can't be too confident.
And away goes Grant Green. And the long stick from Wexelblatt as the pass goes over instead to Zach Johnson. He'll take it all the way down behind the Tars net. Johnson tries to pop out on this side. And now the defense literally trying to back him into a corner, as this is Lindsay carrying on. Lindsay being watched by Dawson Willis. Lindsay looking for an open teammate. They reset up top and now over on this side for Grant Green. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Ryan Kemp trying to turn and get a shot away. Can't. And gets a shot away as the shot clock expires, and it goes high and out of play. And the goaltender, Maxwell Boyk, fired up and trying to urge on his teammates. A lot of work to do, though, in just over 11 minutes as the visitors trail by 5 goals. They had a big second quarter, 3 of their 4 goals in that frame, but only one since halftime. It's been an interesting season for Rollins. They lost all 6 of their games that they played in March. Won their way back to this seeding, this position, this opportunity in the championship game. And of course, the story continues to be told for the 2025 Spartans season, a perfect 17-0 coming into today. As the Tars, 15 on the shot clock now. Pass up top misses. They need to work to get a shot on goal here as it's down to 5. Williams looking for something, and they will just concede the shot clock violation. I don't want to say things going from bad to worse, but to not get a shot away, it's just unacceptable at this point in the game.
Yeah, with only 9 minutes and 30 seconds left, you definitely need to take every shot you can.
Spartans at the other end of the field. This is Jackson Bashaw with it. Davis Lindsay has 3 goals, as does Bashaw, accounting for 2/3 of the Spartans' offense today. Down behind the net, that's Zach Friend over for Ortega. Ortega, watch him, he will shoot from there. Lost it, picks it back up, and sends it down low to Kesselring. To the other side it goes to Lindsay. In the middle, Cho thought he had a shooting lane, dropped it back instead for Friend. And there's a shot that goes wide now to play the shot clock down to 14 seconds for Tampa. And Rex Kesselring on the restart makes his move towards the net, goes behind the net. Passes it now for Friend. Up top, there's a shot by Lindsay and a nice save there by Boyk. Shot clock resets, but who's going to get possession? They both battle for it, and the Spartans do finally pick it up. And Ortega now. Aaron Cho. And all this does is eat up more clock and less chance for the Tars, unless they can cause a turnover. Each team has caused 6 turnovers. The Spartans have actually, it's been one downfall in their game today. They've committed 13 turnovers to quote-unquote just 9 for Rollins. This is Ortega with it. Green looked like he was going to shoot. And the turnover as the Tars, with only 7:37 to go in the 4th quarter, and time is not on their side, despite what Mick Jagger might say. To the far corner it goes. That's Johnstone, and in front of his own sideline. And the pass for Chad Ballera. Ballera sends it behind the net. Now to this side of the field, that's Matson. Ballera and Terrio with the stop. And sends his team back the other way, or no, we have a loose ball. And the official says yes, that one will go to the Tars. On the far side, and now they'll take it down behind the Spartans net. That's Ballera again. And in front, Terrio with another stop. Boy, he is really feeling it this game. Connor Terrio. Huge game in the net for the home team as Devin Rasmus sends a pass into the corner. Connor Terrio up to 14 saves now. And Jesse, I'm sure you've heard your coach say it all the time. As long as the players are doing what you ask of them, and that's what Connor Terrio's done today. Everything that's been asked of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking for a lane. Rafe Bradshaw. Behind the net it goes. And quick move and a shot, scores! That's Rex Kesselring. And that just might be the final dagger as the Spartans hit double digits and a 10-4 lead with 5:34 remaining. Jesse, what do you think the difference has been in that strong Rollins defense that we saw at the beginning and the fact that the Spartans have found their way from only scoring 2 in the first quarter to all of a sudden they're up to 10 goals on the game?
I think right when they got up that 5-2 mark, 5-3 mark, that's when you could kind of see Rollins kind of tip over there, and Tampa really took that lead.
Clock winding down. Spartans in possession yet again. Five minutes and 10 seconds to go. Pass and a wide open shot and a goal.
Wow.
Jackson Bashaw with his 4th goal of the game. And I was about to say that I wouldn't think that the Spartans would really have any urgency for shooting. But when you're that wide open, you have that great of a look at the net. How could you pass that up?
You can't. When you're wide open like that, you have to shoot. He is having a game today.
You agree, though, that at this point with a now 7-goal lead that there's really no reason to do much when you have the ball offensively if you're Tampa?
No, yeah, I do agree with you. But if you have that open shot like just happened, I would take it 100%.
That's you put your bib on for that one. Start licking your chops. I was talking about the season that Rollins has had and the fact that they lost 6 in a row, which was the equivalent of all of their games in March. They actually came into today's game on a 7-game winning streak, so you can see how they really turned things around after falling like that. And credit to them for not caving in after losing 6 in a row and getting themselves to the 2025 Conference Championship game. But the Spartans have just proven to be too much today, as Rollins hung with them for a while. Mentioned that at halftime it was only 4-3 in favor of the Spartans, but they've outscored the Tars 7-1 in the second half. And Jesse, maybe there was something said at halftime by Spartans coach J.B. Clark that allowed them to find that extra gear that we've seen the second half.
Yeah, possibly.
On the move for the Tars, that's Matson, and there's an errant pass that's going to go out of bounds. And that's the way that things have gone for Rollins here in the second half as it's turned over. I think for the Spartans, it's also a case of showing why you are ranked number 1 and finding that extra gear in a game where you're finally tested. I mean, they're coming off a game that they won 21-4. This is a whole new challenge for them today. Pride on the line, in other words.
Yeah, for sure.
Not going to have someone come into their own home stadium and try to take their championship. As we're down to less than 3 minutes to go, Aaron Cho, you see, just holding on to it. And looking up as the clock winds down, there's still 32 on the shot clock, so a lot of time to kill here. Nobody at all down in this side, this corner of the field. So when he's looking in that direction, he's just looking at the scoreboard, the shot clock. Now starts a move towards the net. Cho gets inside, takes a shot that goes wide and out of play on the other side of the field. Clock stops with 2:21 remaining. And as the Spartans prepare to advance, you will want to keep an eye on TampaSpartans.com as you hear the shot clock going off in the background. The NCAAs will start on Wednesday, May 7. And keep an eye on TampaSpartans.com for opponents, game times, location. Rollins, meanwhile, with another possession. That's Johnstone. And Jesse, unfortunately, very little time left if J.B. Clark wanted to throw a couple of guys into the game who might otherwise not see the field just to say they played in a championship game. Down to 80 seconds left. There's a long shot and scores. Sam Matson from way outside. And so the Tars get their first goal of the fourth quarter, and that will make the score 11-5 with 69 seconds left. And that is Matson's second goal of the game. And this still will bring the Spartans' team goals against average down. They entered today allowing 7.4 goals against and only giving up 5 here today. And the Spartans are going to call a timeout. And maybe this will be when J.B. Clark puts in some different players to give them championship experience. So we'll step aside as well and be back on TampaSpartans.tv.
Women's lacrosse has the championship trophy.
To celebrate a Sunshine State Conference championship, the 2025 men's lacrosse finish before they will advance to the NCAAs. And now on the face-off, it appears to be Max Rader, and in fact it was, for the Spartans, as Spartans head coach J.B. Clark may have in fact inserted some different players during that timeout. Indeed, I do see Braden Crumey out there, who played at the IMG Academy.
Yep.
A senior. I'm sure that had a lot to do with the decision to give him some game time here in the championship game. As we're down to just 33 seconds. And Aiden Cassara in the game now too. That's him playing it back to Terrio, another senior. And Devin Rasmus, now he finally has to play it over for Harry Boland, who looks up at the clock and watches the time wind down as we're at 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there goes the horn. The Tampa Spartans are the 2025 Men's Lacrosse Sunshine State Conference champions, defeating the Rollins Tars decidedly by a score of 11-5. And they celebrate on the far sideline as the Tars come on the field to their goaltender Maxwell Boyk, who finished with 8 saves. And what a game by Connor Terrio for UTampa, finishing with 14 saves. Shots on goal were 19 apiece. And really, Jesse, it was a game of two halves, because at halftime, the Spartans only led 4-3, and then 7-2, they outscore Rollins in the second half.
Yeah, the second half was definitely a game changer.
Spartans led offensively by Jackson Bashaw, who had 4 goals, and then Davis Lindsay had 3. So the two of them combined for all but 4 of their team's goals. They did get a pair from Tommy Ortega and single tallies from Rafe Bradshaw and Rex Kesselring. And on the other side for Rollins, they were led by a 2-goal outing by Sam Matson, and then 3 other players with 1 goal each. The face-offs were 16-3 in favor of the Spartans. And amazingly, UTampa has not lost all season long. They are now 18-0, including 11-0, and you talked about how important home field advantage is and what a difference that makes.
Yep, definitely.
So a nice finish for the Tars nonetheless, as I mentioned, rebounding from having lost all 6 of their games last month. And they finish with a 10-8 overall mark. And their 7-game winning streak comes to an end, as of course there will be a ceremony on the field, and you're no stranger to the championship ceremonies on the field, and what an exciting highlight this must be. You win the game, and then you get some hardware immediately thereafter.
Yep.
So the teams, in a show of good sportsmanship, shaking hands on the far side of the field as the staff sets the table for the post-game ceremony. I encourage you again to stay with TampaSpartans.com to look for information on the Spartans going on now to NCAA play relative to opponents, game times, locations, and of course the dates. The final score here, the Spartans 11, Rollins 5. My thanks as always to Andre Pyatt. I've enjoyed Jesse Kask being alongside me once again. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for watching here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Will be holding a ceremony to recognize the all-tournament team, the most outstanding player, and the 2025 SSC Men's Lacrosse Tournament champion. please direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the championship trophy by Sunshine State Conference Acting Commissioner Marianne Simcoe. Congratulations to the 2025 SSC Tournament Champion, University of Tampa Spartans. We would like to announce the 2025 All-Tournament team. From the University of Tampa, Jackson Bashaw. From Rollins College, Sam Matson. From the University of Tampa, Rafe Bradshaw. From the University of Tampa, Connor Terrio. From Rollins College, Frankie Hackney. From the University of Tampa, Tommy Ortega. From the University of Tampa, Davis Lindsay. From Rollins College, Seth Eisenhower. From Rollins College, Jack Johnstone. From Embry-Riddle, Pete Abbeys. And the tournament most valuable player from the University of Tampa, Michael Flores. We congratulate each all-tournament team member for his performance in the 2025 SSC Men's Lacrosse Tournament. At this time, we'd like to give a round of applause for the 2025 Sunshine State Tournament Lacrosse Champions, the University of Tampa Spartans. Thank you to our tournament sponsor, Pollo Campero, and thank you for joining us today here at the Molly Family Stadium. Your support of this tournament is greatly appreciated, and we wish you safe travels to your next destination. And fans, would you direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the championship trophy by Sunshine State Conference Acting Commissioner Marianne Simcoe to the University of Tampa Spartans.